Good morning, Lisa. You ignored the new pastry and ordered your usual blueberry muffin again.
I saw it, but breakfast felt too early for a risky decision.
Fair. Your usual choice already knows exactly how to make the morning better.
That sounds suspiciously like a bridge to one of today's stories.
It is. We are starting with Netflix and the surprising strength of older shows.
My muffin and my watch list both appreciate loyalty. I understand this already.
Then we'll talk about extra care for babies when temperatures soar.
That changes the mood, but it belongs in real summer plans.
Exactly. A normal cafe outing can require more thought when the day gets hotter.
Especially when a stroller is involved, the weather gets a vote too.
Our final story takes us skiing in snowy Lesotho during the southern African winter.
Now that surprised me. My mental travel map clearly needs an update.
Today's keyword is assumption, spelled ASSUMPTION. Small details can challenge what we first believed. I like that. One overlooked detail can turn a familiar story around. So we have old favorites, careful summer choices, and an unexpected winter destination. That menu feels connected. Each story asks us to look past our first assumption. Welcome to 10-Minute English Cafe Talk, where current stories become natural English conversation. Bring your coffee and listen for the questions that keep a friendly chat moving. If our conversations help your English, subscribe and meet us here for the next one. Coffee ready, muffin secured. Let's see what Netflix's older shows are doing. In early 2026, over half of Netflix original viewing came from titles released before summer 2025. That is a big role for older shows. My evenings often choose familiar comfort, too. The top 20 series also represented only 14% of total engagement in that period. So the biggest titles are not the entire couch. Viewers keep exploring beyond them. Right. New releases attract immediate attention, while an older library can hold attention over time. My phone pushes the newest show, but my tired brain opens an old favorite. That habit makes still in the rotation sound perfect for this story. My blueberry muffin is still in the rotation. Actually, it controls the rotation. And older originals kept a large share of viewing without replacing the need for new ones. Good, because I want fresh stories. I just dislike choosing for 40 minutes. The two numbers reveal different parts of the same viewing picture. More than half sounds huge, while 14% makes the top list feel smaller. We have to keep that second number attached to total engagement. Yes, it is not revenue or subscriber share, even if a chart tempts me. Your imaginary board drama can wait. The confirmed point is interesting enough. Fine, I'll close my fake board meeting and return to the sofa. Older titles can lose the spotlight while remaining part of regular viewing. Like the plain coffee mug I use more than the beautiful new one. Exactly. Excitement and dependable value can sit in the same cupboard. Do you think my old watch list deserves a less embarrassing name? Call it a working library. That sounds better than a museum of unfinished choices. Perfect. Tonight, I'm visiting my working library with no 40-minute search. An AP report says babies and young children need extra care when temperatures soar. That makes an ordinary stroller outing feel less automatic on a very hot day. Infants, toddlers, and young children are the groups named in the report's central message. I would ask a parent about timing instead of assuming our usual cafe plan works. That is considerate. A familiar routine may need a fresh conversation when conditions change.
My phone calendar loves fixed boxes. Summer weather completely ignores those boxes. The phrase, temperatures soar, gives the heat a strong sense of rapid increase. Soar sounds exciting with a kite, but demanding when it describes the weather. Context changes how the word lands. Here, rising heat calls for additional attention around children. And stroller heat puts the issue inside a very ordinary daily scene.
Yes, the message stays broad, so we should not invent personal medical instructions.
A cafe chat should never pretend to know what one particular child needs. We can still use careful questions, such as, should we rethink the time? That respects the caregiver's judgment and keeps my dramatic weather speech very short.
I appreciate the restraint. Concern becomes more useful when it leaves room for an answer.
A tired parent probably wants flexibility, not my performance beside the stroller.
Extra care can begin with noticing that today's conditions differ from yesterday's routine.
That applies to errands, too. A shopping plan can change before anyone leaves home.
Exactly. The reliable language here is simple. Extra care, soaring temperatures, and flexible plans.
No mystery numbers, no fake expert voice, and no medical lecture with my latte.
Just a clear reminder that very young children require additional consideration in intense heat.
That's serious, practical, and easy to carry into a real conversation.
Skiers from southern Africa are gathering in winter at Lesotho's fully operational Afri-Ski resort. There is the surprise. I did not picture ski jackets at first. Afri-Ski sits in northern Lesotho's Maluti Mountains and is unique within sub-Saharan Africa. My suitcase would expose my bad mental picture immediately. I would pack all wrong. It is the only fully operational ski resort in that part of the continent. One working resort can redraw an entire corner of my travel map. The story says ski enthusiasts arrive from nearby countries during the winter season. I can imagine friends comparing snowy trips on their phones and joining the crowd. The headline uses flocking, which makes that shared movement feel lively. That word fits. It sounds like coats, skis, and excited arrivals all at once. Lesotho was not the first skiing destination that came to your mind. Exactly. And now the unexpected setting is what makes me want another look. That phrasing keeps the surprise personal instead of speaking for everyone. Good. My group chat may need that reminder more than my suitcase does. Absolutely. We can turn one new fact into a global announcement before lunch. The confirmed details already create a vivid scene without any invented traveler quotes. Snowy slopes, the Maluti Mountains, and visitors arriving from the region are plenty. We also don't need to predict future tourism or make up visitor numbers. Agreed. The resort's unique operational status is memorable by itself. This story changes a geographical first impression, much like Netflix changed a viewing one. And unlike my muffin, it makes me want a completely different trip. 3 stories. 3 small details that challenged our first assumption. Netflix showed that older originals can remain active long after their first release. Over half of early 2026 viewing came from originals released before summer 2025. And the top 20 series held 14% of total engagement with that label attached. Then, soaring temperatures reminded us that babies and young children need extra care.
My favorite response was simple: ask about the plan and respect the caregiver's answer.
Finally, winter visitors at Afro-Ski gave our travel map a snowy Lesotho surprise.
I will remember those Maluti Mountain slopes the next time my assumptions get lazy.
Which story changed your view most? A. Older Netflix shows, B. Baby heat safety, or C. Lesotho skiing?
I choose C for surprise, but A understands my actual evenings perfectly.
Share your choice and one reason in the comments. Any language is welcome. You can add an emoji too. My choice gets a snowflake. If you enjoyed today's chat, subscribe and come back for more friendly English tomorrow. One detail can challenge a big assumption, whether it sits on a screen or mountain. Take today's word, assumption, with you and keep checking what your first picture leaves out. See you tomorrow. I'm leaving with my muffin and a much better winter map.